when it comes down to Dragon Ball, there is so much I can talk about. The anime, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Daima, you feel me? Even Super Dragon Ball Heroes got some peak moments in there, I'm not gonna lie. Not to mention the coming manga that's on hiatus right now. Look, in Totoro we trust. I do believe Toriyama passed that torch for a reason. Rest in peace to Go, but I believe Totoro will cook. Even the games go crazy every time. I know what I'm about, baby. I'm a Dragon Ball fan, but I feel like there's one thing I'm missing. Oh, that's right, the movies. Literally, the Dragon Ball movies are some of the best work in Dragon Ball. I'm not even lying to you. Whether it comes down to the animation, heck, even some of the greatest characters from the franchise are literally movie characters. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But honestly though, you know what we here for. I picked 7 movies. Look, y'all know why. There's 7 Dragon Balls. It just makes sense, you feel me? Let's get straight to it. So first things first, we got Battle of Gods. Battle of Gods is really a fire Dragon Ball Z movie. It is the intro of the modern Dragon Ball era, straight into 2013. We were in a Dragon Ball drought since what, like 2008. The games were carrying at the time, so honestly it was going crazy. So when we first heard about this movie, you know, middle school Lee was on time. Beerus beating Super Saiyan 3 Goku to the ground was fire. Not to mention how Beerus and Whis were peak, and it carried the majority of modern Dragon Ball. And honestly, when it comes down to modern Dragon Ball, but y'all know how it is, it's really a mixed bag. You know, some of the characters are goated. Shout out Goku Black, you find me? Like Goku Black really is like one of the best parts of modern Dragon Ball, but let me get out of that. Super Saiyan God is God. We talking about Super Saiyan God, a top 3 transformation in Dragon Ball history? I'm just saying that Super Saiyan God is a simplistic design. It just looks good, and like I love the aura of it and everything. Not to mention like Hero. Look, bro, look, my goat Vegeta did better in the hands against Beerus per Super Saiyan God. No one wants to talk about that because they're gonna be like, oh, he's not stronger than Goku around this time. I gotta mention, I won't let you destroy my world. I gotta mention that too. Like, come on, like Battle of Gods is really one of them ones. I really think that Battle of Gods don't get enough credit for what it is. It really was a great taste, a good introduction to modern Dragon Ball, and a great start of an expansion of the Dragon Ball universe. Hey, look, next we're gonna keep this modern train going. We got Dragon Ball Super Broly. Look, Dragon Ball Super Broly is literally some of the greatest pieces of Dragon Ball media I've ever seen. You know, we all know that's facts, right? Like, they made 2 top 10 characters debatably in the entire franchise canon, and they did it in a way that makes sense. Number 1, I love how Frieza is a master Hall of Fame instigator for Broly and Paragus, because they wanted to get it back in blood against King Vegeta, and they did it in my GOAT Vegeta. And not to mention how Broly's design was, it really was gas. Like, it just looks cool. And then the Shitani designs are so like, I saw it in the theaters when it came to America. I'm blown away by how it looks, especially that Vegeta versus Broly part. Man, they put their big toe in that one. But I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Like, Vegeta going Super Saiyan, and then they showed him in Super Saiyan God. Look, y'all know during the time it was in the manga only, so that was fire to see. And then how they debuted Gogeta, marvelous, right? Gogeta looks sexy. Look, y'all know I'm a Vegeta first guy. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Patar to the tomb, you feel me? But Gogeta looks nice. What did Jermaine Cole say? They act like 2 legends cannot coexist. I was blown away by how Gogeta was in this movie. I almost became a Gogeta fan that night when I went to see it in theaters. But hey, I slowed my roll though. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm Vegeta to the end game. But hey, the beautiful final fight against Gogeta and Broly was very much so beautiful. Like, I cannot wait to see the role Broly plays in the later arcs of Dragon Ball Super whenever the manga comes out. But man, like, Dragon Ball Super Broly was literally what everyone thought it would be. It was boxing. It had a great solid story. It kind of changed the story of Bardock, the father of Goku, that entire story, but I'm cool with it. It looks great. Shout out to Shitani again. Shitani went crazy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Time to go back to those OG movies, you follow me? We're going with Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. Obviously, this is gonna be on the list. They had evil Saiyans already. Shout out Turles in the Tree of Might. What makes sense? An evil Aki Super Saiyan. You can't get it better than that in Dragon Ball. That's all it took. OG Broly was one of them ones. I'm not gonna lie. This is what I'm talking about. He is literally a top 10 character all time. Y'all know this, right? And not to mention how he just dropping up the Z fighters. I'm not gonna like talk too much on that. Like y'all saw how it was. There's like literally hundreds and thousands of videos of people broke down how Broly dropped those Z fighters off. And look, I know people gonna be like, oh, Vegeta. Bro, look, people, stay with me. Right? We're gonna do this again. That wasn't a canonical experience for Vegeta. That's not in his character. He wouldn't be spooked. Y'all know Vegeta. It don't matter how strong that person will be in front of him. He gonna run the fade every time. And even by the end of the movie, he did get rocked. Yes, but he ran the fade. Y'all calling Vegeta scary. No, it wasn't in his character anyway, bro. Don't show me that Piccolo holding him like that, bro. Stop, bro. Stop. But I digress. Not to mention, look, I love the 3v1 Goku, Gohan, Trunks against Broly. That was clean. In the transformation sequence, oh my gosh. The atmosphere changing colors was crazy. His body was literally ripping apart, came back together as something different. He was a dog. That boy was scary. I ain't gonna lie. He was him. That movie is really different. Like, I really respect that movie just due to the fact that, like, I know lives will change that day people watch that movie. I watch it so many times. It will never get old. There's a reason why OG Broly became a fan favorite, because he's just a maniac Super Saiyan. He is literally a true freak. The next movie on this list, I'm going stupid. I'm going crazy. We're going with Fusion Reborn. Fusion Reborn was such a classic movie, dog. It was the perfect fever dream monkey brain type movie in the terms that, number one, it was so Blue Saga coded. You feel me? With the villain Janemba, with the transformations of Janemba, the Super Saiyan 3 scream of the heavens. Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Janemba was cracked. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Pycon in that movie. Vegeta went crazy. You know what I'm saying? They just really had a lot of factors. Obviously, the main plot wasn't the reason of this movie was so gas. It was gas because of a top 5 franchise character in Gogeta. And I did the calculations. Actually, he only showed up for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That's like literally it. 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and that's all you need to become a top 5 character all time in Dragon Ball. Is that not impact? That's not aura? Like, that's insane. When it comes down to movies, Gogeta got it. Like, he's him. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect Gogeta, because Gogeta, Soul Punisher, he kicking people's head off, and then he make the galaxy sparkle on some aura form timing. Like, what are we talking about? Talking about some, I'm not Goku nor Vegeta, I am Gogeta. It's over, Janemba. I come for you. That's good quotes. Gogeta is fire. Gogeta is literally sauce incarnate, bro. I can't believe I'm glazing him this bad. Guys, I'm a Vegeta fan still. Gotta be transparent with y'all. I'm putting Bojack. Why Bojack? The Teen Gohan hype, they really didn't capitalize off that back then. There was only 2 movies that had Teen Gohan in it, and this was one of them. The Goku fit was kind of clean. Pre-Ultimate Gohan. You see Bojack fit Trunks. Come on, baby. That's a top 5 fit in the series. Hey, man. Is it better than his OG? His fits are clean. He looked clean in the movie. Bojack is a forgettable villain, I'm not gonna lie. But due to the fact that how much clips was just spewed in this movie, like everyone pull-up game was crazy in Bojack. No, Vegeta and Piccolo's pull-up game in every movie was crazy. Like, come on, y'all see it, bro. They trying to show up on some timing, bro. Like, what were they thinking? But nah, even Yamcha and Tien pulling up. No, Bojack, the way he pulled up, the first thing you see is his chain. He said chain dancing. Y'all see the chains? Come on, like, that's not crazy. And then obviously, like, you see Gohan boxing crazy, bro. And then Goku saving his son from the heavens. Came down, snuck Bojack, told Gohan to lock in. And that Super Saiyan 2 transformation was really a self-kiss. And then he quoted, "You forgot one thing, I'm my father's son." That was clean. And then that boy Gohan tossed him. He shoved him, turfed him. Keep it a buck. So next movie is Cooler's Revenge. This is the first debut of the Super Saiyan transformation in a movie. You know, this is a crazy movie. It gives off that Namek Saga vibe. Cooler getting it back in blood for his brother, or trying to, was really fire. And Cooler is really a top 5 villain in Dragon Ball. Yeah. For what he is, he did it correctly. And when he came to Earth, he almost came correct. I'm not gonna lie. From his little army squad being like the Ginyu Force, you found me? From him almost dropping everyone off. And his final form? Oh my god, is that not a clean transformation? Bro, something about these movie characters having some of the best designs in the series. I don't know, bro. They really went crazy. What I really loved about this movie is just how it felt authentic. It felt deep to me. When Goku got dropped and he saw that bird die, all friends are down, everyone down for the count, it's only him, and he locked in for that Super Saiyan transformation. I'm not gonna lie, that did something to me. I'll be honest with y'all, when I watched this a few times, there'll be times I cry when I see Goku transform. I was like, yo, dang. Especially when you heard Change by Deftones. Yo, it didn't help. I was crying, bro. I was like, yo, nah. Yo, he had nothing else left, bro. And then when Cooler said, the weak die and the strong survive, and that boy Goku said, all right then, we'll play by your rules, Cooler. Let's go. It was so tough. I was like, yo. And then the supernova to the head, bro. Come on, man. He's driving niggas to the sun. Like, hey, movie Goku really moving. He was on time in every movie. That boy movie Goku was him. I lied to y'all. Y'all crazy if you think I'm not putting the history of Trunks as an honorable mention in this list. I said 7 Dragon Balls. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting 8 movies. Well, technically, it's a special. So actually, it's still 7 movies. I'm scamming. But look, the history of Trunks, come on, man. Post-apocalyptic future of doom. Goku dying from a virus, bro. Come on, man. That's dark. Everyone getting dropped by Android 17 and 18, bro. They were on one, bro. Human genocide on 10. That boy Gohan was all left for, like, saving humanization. If you really think about it, in this time, Gohan had no breaks. He went from Saiyan Saga, Namek Saga, probably like a 2 to 3 year. Goku died, Z Fighters got dropped. Now he the world's strongest. You gotta be kidding me, bro. And you wonder why present Gohan became the way he is. He's not washed. He just wanna live a normal life. This is why I think Gohan's a top 3 character, because he's real. Yes, he has that Saiyan blood, bro. Yes, he can box, but he can't be a hookworm. Love his life, his wife, and children. He don't need to fight for the love of the game. He fight for protection of the earth, and that's why I love him. And then he trained Trunks, and I'm not gonna lie, like, he was boxing with them androids for a minute, bro. And then that last stand against them, I ain't gonna lie, Zenkai boost, he could have got Super Saiyan 2 in those moments. Who knows, bro? My take is, if he didn't get jumped, would he win? I think he would. Let him run the ones. He probably would have lost another arm or something, but hey, he would have dubbed, bro. He got jumped and he got dropped, but he left Trunks with a gift, the Super Saiyan transformation. He was the hope of the future. When Gohan realized he wasn't the one who's supposed to save the future, in his mind, he was like, Trunks is the future. He's the hope of the future. That's why he knocked down Trunks, because he knew they had a chance with Trunks instead of himself. He was down one arm anyway as it is. And then Trunks wanted to try to get him back in, but as soon as he got that Super Saiyan transformation, he knew he wasn't that strong. What is he doing? He almost smoked everybody. And I don't know how he survived to go back to the past. I literally don't know how. Now that is W plot. I'm gonna be honest. He should have been boomed. Will we get Frieza and Cole versus Trunks if that didn't happen? No. Will we get probably one of the coldest moments in the show if that didn't happen? No. So I'm not complaining. I'm being honest. The history of Trunks needs to be studied. It's actually a great piece of art. So last movie on this list, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. It's Broly's Second Coming. Personally, this is my favorite movie in Dragon Ball. I say that because of how homey it feels. From the goofiness of Goten and Trunks versus Broly. Trunks peed on this nigga. Like, that's funny to me. Bro, Videl boxing Broly. Wow. Videl boxing, boy. Hey, look, bro, like, that boy Broly was toying with them kids, man. He was putting them through craters. He was toying with them. He did not care, bro. I know he didn't know Goten was Goku, bro. There's no way he didn't know that, bro. I did think he was just toying with them kids because he's insane. And then, of course, you got Gohan coming to finish the work of his father. Fire! Who else is gonna do it, bro? I actually don't know. Where is Piccolo and Vegeta in this movie? I can't tell you. But Gohan got the spotlight, and that's fine. Gohan went crazy. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Broly had that standoff when they both transformed. It was literally them going band for band. That nigga Gohan lost. He did not care. He locked in anyway. When Gohan punched him and he just like ate that, I said, yo, he got it. And then Krillin want to pull up, act like he Piccolo. He actually look kind of clean with that Piccolo fit on, I ain't gonna lie. But like, the only weird element in this movie is, why did Gohan try to be on some scientific timing and think Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, can be killed by volcanic lava? He just thought he's gonna turn to obsidian or something. Gohan, lock in, bro. And he did lock in, because yes, he got tossed after. He got the monster bear hug, but look, he saw his girl get dropped. Started the greatest Kamehameha clashes of all time. And that boy Broly, he threw that Omega Blaster. Dad. Goten locked in. Kamehameha with his big brother. Bro's Kamehameha wasn't enough, and it called on his father, Goku coming down from the heavens. Or is it Goku? I don't know. They never really answered that, bro. The family Kamehameha. Is that not a top 5 moment? I could call it fan service. I could call it what you want. But every time I see that moment, I'm like, yo, I'm hyped. And then Trunks. Look, peep game. That boy Trunks did exactly what his father did in the Cell games. It's a callback. The entire Beam class was a callback to the father-son Kamehameha. And it's crazy. This movie was really peak. It was gas in every single way. 10 out of 10 movie. And how can I forget Io Win? Boy, Wyatt Deeper went crazy. Hey, hold on. So at the end of the day, these movies really are telling of what Dragon Ball is, bro. From the boxing, animation, some of them have good stories. I'm not gonna lie, most of them really don't. This really is some monkey brain timing. But I'm gonna be honest, like, it shows the factor of Dragon Ball, like the fantasy of it. Like, even though, yeah, Dragon Ball is obviously fiction, it shows like the big what if fantasy side of Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball, and the movies is really a big part of it. From, like, you know, I remember seeing these movies on Nicktoons. It goes that deep for me. Shout out my pops, he had them on DVD too. Like, nah, bro, these movies are really something special to me, and I hope they're special to you too. All right, bro, I'm out of here. Peace.